He went to turn the breakers back on, but as he did, he found this. A man named Fran from Spain was woken up in the middle of the night to his breakers tripping off. For several nights now, he thought his house had electrical issues since the breakers was alone in her room when something mimicked her mother's voice. A girl named Kim recorded a disturbing and mysterious video. While home alone and locked in her room, she began to hear the voice of her mother calling out to her.
Sacándome las cejas. Sí.
Her mother can be heard outside her door, yet Kim explains that's not possible since she left the church in the morning.
So I told her if she was the one who knocked at my door, and she said no.
If Kim was all by herself, just what exactly was at her door trying to get in?
What was at her door trying to get in was probably a mimic. But as weird as that was, what was weirder is the fact that Kim has talkie bags pinned to her wall.
She kept hearing noises in her room, then one night she sees it. A woman by the name Sharon accidentally captured a terrifying picture on Snapchat. It all started a couple nights ago when Sharon and her kids were woken up to strange sounds around the house.
She gives me chills.
Creepy, but thinking it might just be a professional upstairs neighbor, she went to bed. Now, as she laid on her bed in the dark trying to sleep, she decides to post a snap mood update, capturing this disturbing image of a strange figure watching her sleep. Sharon is terrified for her own safety and her kids, as she has no idea who or what this could be.
That gave me chills at the end. But maybe what that is her professional upstairs neighbor.
He saw a black bag on the side of the road, but as he looked inside, he finds this. A man by the name Mike was making his way back home one evening when he notices what looks like a black trash bag on the side of the road. As he gets off his truck to pick it up, he noticed something's off.
Dude, I stopped to pick up what I thought was just a bag of trash on the side of the road. That is not a normal bag of trash. I cannot even describe the smell.
Mike reported the scene to the police.
So I did call the cops last night and let them know what I saw, where I saw it. They took my info and said they'd call me if they needed me. I'm driving right now to go see if it's been moved or anything. And it has not been touched. That's the only update I got. Sorry.
But after a couple days, he noticed the bag was still there.
I'm gonna go check it out, and if no one's touched it, I'll open it. I'm almost positive I'll regret this. Good news, if you can call it that, is it was an animal of some kind. I don't know.
After many people begged him to go back and open the bag, he does so and finds what he describes as the remains of some sort of animal.
That was disgusting.
Well, clearly something was dead in there, but the fact that they didn't even come to take it away is wild. I mean, what if it was a person in there that could have solved a missing case or something? I don't know, but that's wild. He got balls doing that, because I would not. No, I wouldn't even have stopped the first time.
They were watching over him, even in the afterlife. Sean from Off Grid and Growing explains that not so long ago, they suffered the loss of their beloved dogs, Nellie and Nikki. In their memory, Sean put together a memorial site to never forget them. As a few nights pass, just by their graveside, Sean makes a shocking discovery.
All right, everybody, I need your opinion on this, because it's either creepy or really cool. Could this be Nellie and Nikita keeping a watchful eye on the property from beyond? What's really interesting is how the two orbs are staying perfectly, like, horizontal and together as they're floating around the property up there. And what really makes this truly interesting to me is how they disappear right into Nellie and Nikita's grave. And when those two orbs disappear into Nellie and Nikita's grave, this other orb floats over really slowly into the center of the property and just sits there.
Wow.
Through the surveillance cameras, what looks like two balls of light can be seen hovering towards Nellie and Nikki's gravesites. Sean believes this is the spirit of their two dogs looking over them from the other side.
I'm gonna choose to believe this is real, because when it comes to dogs and animals and things like that, if you couldn't tell by now, I'm a sucker, and I want these dogs to be around their property.
If you ever feel like someone's watching you but you're home alone, this could be why. A girl by the name Riley was home alone one night watching TV when she begins to feel like someone's watching her. Creeped out, she begins to look around her room since her boyfriend Alex isn't home yet. She notices the door is slightly open but can't quite see outside. As she uses her phone's camera and zooms in, she makes a horrifying discovery. Just like a horror movie, someone or something can be seen completely still, staring at her from the corner of the door. The video is titled Just a Little Delusional, which left many questions as to what exactly happened here. Did Riley capture an actual intruder watching her, or is it simply just a creepy skit?
Hey, you know what? It's hard to see what that is, obviously, but it's a little spooky how you can see it blinking, and who knows if it's real or not, but the whole point of this is to get scared, and that kind of gave me chills a little bit, just a little bit, not like enough to make me go like this, but enough to make me go.
This is why you shouldn't communicate with spirits. The paranormal team Archivo Extinto went to explore the grave of a man who was rumored to have made a deal with the devil, and so the man was buried alive by the people.
Y sí, por el día uno se siente en paz, se siente tranquilo, pero por la noche, la verdad es...
As the team make their way to the tombstone, they begin to hear a man crying, and as they go to investigate, something begins to quickly move around him.
Joder, a ver, ¿qué pedo?
Thinking this might just be an animal, they make their way towards the man's grave. What they find is something of a nightmare. From the tombstone, a figure can be seen hiding in the dark, staring at them as they run out of there.
Come on, like what? I didn't see anything. Like I was getting into this one too, with the guy crying at the grave and all that, and oh look, something's staring at us. We're gonna shake the camera and then run away. Like, come on, man, get out of here.
This is why you should never live in a haunted house. On March of 2022, a couple by the name Amy and Joey Radke just moved into a house where an elderly woman had passed away in the master bedroom. Now, after only spending a few nights in the house, through the home surveillance cameras, they make a horrifying discovery. An old lady in white robe can be seen in the dark, staring at the camera as she exited their bedroom. Even their cat seems to notice her and just hides. After witnessing this haunting sight, the couple did more research and found out that the lady who passed away in the house was wearing a white robe, the same robe as the lady in the video.
I don't know how you can find that out, but what I would do is go on Zillow.com, list my house, take the first offer, and get out of there.
She heard noises from her daughter's toy room, but as she checked, this happened. A mother named Rosanna has been documenting a series of haunting events in her new home, where an ominous entity has been visiting her in the middle of the night. This strange being has been using different toys and objects from her daughter's room to try and communicate with Rosanna. Rosanna explains that ever since she tried running away from the hauntings of her previous home, this thing began to visit her at night.
Fuck that. Fuck that. You know, that just seems a little too convenient at the end. You know, that seems like something that you would see in like Paranormal Activity. But yeah, I mean, if it is real, it's scary as hell. And it's funny to picture these ghosts. If you can actually see them doing these things, like in the beginning where it's opening and closing the doors, I'm just picturing a ghost like staring at her and just doing this with a drawer. Mama, mama. And then when they're in the living room, the ghost is looking at her on the bed, looking at her dead in her eyes and just knocking all that crap off the shelf, knowing that she has to pick it up. I think this is fake.
A man was fast asleep one day when a ghost woke him up and saved his life. A man by the name Sherman has been documenting a series of paranormal events in his house for over a year now. One night, as Sherman is laying in bed with his girlfriend, someone or something in the dark claps, and as he begins to record, this happens.
What the fuck was that?
That was so scary. I thought that was you.
What the?
Wait, what's next?
Put your light on,
He didn't notice, but as he looked in front of the bed, a dark mass can be seen moving by the door as the clap is heard again. Now, as Sherman tries to go back to bed again, his fire alarm goes off, and on the second time, he decides to call the fire department. As they arrive, they discover massive amounts of carbon monoxide in his bedroom. So could it be that the ghost who woke him up saved his life? Be sure to check out Sherman's channel for the full haunting.
If the ghost saved his life, that'd be pretty cool. But you know, I think this one is BS too. Because the way the girlfriend reacts is just so hokey. You let me know what you think. I think this is BS.
This is why you should be careful when opening doors. A man by the name JB has been documenting a series of strange events. Ever since he opened the knocking door, he began to hear voices. After moving into a new house, JB finds himself watching TV in the living room alongside his dog when he begins to hear noises upstairs.
Hello?
A strange sound that resembles a woman's voice can be heard.
Hello?
coming from somewhere upstairs.
Hello?
Something hiding in the dark hallway goes into the room and hides.
Hello? Oh, shit. I'm coming in.
But as he checks inside, no one's there. Could this be a case of a squatter hiding among his walls? Or is JB being followed by an entity after opening a knocking door? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
It's a little crazy how you can see under the door and watching something walk back and forth. But it always, I don't know, you tell me what you would do in this situation, because if I'm walking around my house, I don't know who's there, and you're just like, hello, who's there? Don't you feel like you would probably get more of a response if you say, I got a fucking gun, who's in my house?
This is why you always trust your pets. A woman by the name Claire was home alone watching TV when she notices her cat acting uneasy, staring at the door as it slowly opens.
Close it. Close it.
As Claire begins to ask whatever's moving the door to open it again, this happens.
Open the door. Please. Please open the door. It's a tiny bit.
As the door opens, the camera loses focus as a shadow figure can be seen watching her through the door gap. Now, the shadow could have been cast by the door touching the doorframe, as some viewers pointed out. Yet, that doesn't explain why her cat was acting so defensive towards the area, as if someone or something was there. Due to this, Claire believes whatever spirit haunts her home communicated with her that day.
That one, I think that shadow was just the door touching the other door, and with the camera being so unfocused, it kind of distorted the image. I don't know, I don't think this one's real. Yeah, I'm usually like, oh, trust the animals, but that one... If a cat is concerned or scared, you would know, and it's just looking over there. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I don't know. You tell me.
This is why nobody wants to work the night shift. It's a dark and quiet night. A hotel front desk agent is working the night shift when he notices through the cameras that someone's sitting in the lobby. As he goes out to greet the guest, he doesn't see anyone there. Thinking he might have stood up and left, he goes to the back office again and notices someone left the back door open. As he's making his way to close the door, this happens. A pale, lifeless figure can be seen watching him from the hallway, the same figure that was waiting for him in the lobby.
You had a chance to get some real ghost footage if this was real. You see it for a split second, but I feel like this one is fake because you're looking at it for a second, the camera's all distorted and it pans away real quick. Like if it was real, you would catch that shit, and then Oh man, you tell me, you let me know.
He went to turn the breakers back on, but as he did, he found this. A man named Fran from Spain was woken up in the middle of the night to his breakers tripping off. For several nights now, he thought his house had electrical issues since the breakers always went out inexplicably. But one night, as he decides to record the issue to try and fix it, he makes a horrifying discovery.
Comienzo a grabar, se me acaba de apagar las palancas otra vez. Se saltaron las jodidas palancas una noche más. Me está sucediendo casi todas las noches, ¿vale? Y que tenga que seguir viviendo aquí porque no tengo dónde ir. ¿Qué cojones es eso, tío?
Jealous.
Voy a llamar.
As Fran is making his way towards the breakers, he hears a ghastly breath as this pale, crooked figure chases him in all fours. The video ends with Fran calling the police, but as they arrive, they couldn't find anyone. Based on the local practice of witchcraft, could it be that Fran met with a deranged witch attacking him? Let me know your thoughts.
Tired. I'm exhausted. I'm done. YouTube. I'm done. I'm tired. That got me. I don't even want to do this right now. Oh, why do I do this to myself? I'm Nick, the Babadook of YouTube. I appreciate you watching. You let me know what your favorite clip was. Mine was that last one with that fucking witch that we just watched. And after you let me know what your favorite clip was, just leave your social security number in the comments. I would truly, truly appreciate that. I am going to get out of here. I am done. Bah.